Hello everyone, my name is Makeda Voletta, also known as the Body Scientist. And if you don't know me, I'm a strength and conditioning specialist with a background in exercise and sports science. I'm not the kind of trainer that specializes in bodybuilding. Bodybuilding goes at working out and lifting weights with the look in mind and the look as the main goal and the final endpoint. But as a strength and conditioning specialist, what we do is we take an athlete over their competitive season and we develop exercises in the weight room to decrease injury and increase performance. Okay, so we look at the common, the imbalances that athlete may already have, the common injuries to that sport and position, and we develop exercises in the weight room to help counteract the stresses that are put in the body. And so for a regular person, that just means, I believe that everybody should train like an athlete. So for a regular person, that just means giving them exercises that will help their body function better as they age, so that they can be functional and free for as long as possible and not run the body into the ground. Despite what some people may think, there's exercise that can be very detrimental to our body, catabolic exercise, which breaks our body down and causes destruction. And then we have exercise that helps to build us up and make us stronger, make us more functional human beings. And so that's my focus. And so with that being said, I will also say that I've noticed over the past 15 years working in this industry that it is really tough to get women to commit to really hard workouts, really intense, strenuous workouts over a long period of time, unless the woman has a background in athletics like myself. A lot of times girls that play sports, they're used to training hard. It's much, easier to get them to commit. And so one thing I've noticed, this phenomenon, like maybe in the past 10 years, is like sexy workouts, women working out, being all sexy, and that seems to motivate them. Now, that can be good and bad. For those of you who follow my work, you know that I'm also a sacred sexual educator. I'm very much into teaching and speaking about sexuality and accepting that, and female empowerment and female sexuality is a major issue and realm that I work in as well. However, I must say that I see like so many people who aren't trainers really, a lot of people who aren't even qualified to give fitness advice or teach classes, who are leading women through stiletto workouts. I did a video on this on my other YouTube page that got deleted, so I'm doing it again. So this video is about working out in stilettos, especially given the fact that we just lost our dear Prince, and it seems that he was in a lot of pain from painkillers from wearing heels and dancing and performing and jumping around in heels for years. Now, I'm very anti-heels. I don't believe that I need heels to be sexy. I feel like women wear heels because they want to be sexy. Short women a lot of times wear heels because they want to be taller. Tall women wear heels because, I don't know, they just associate that with sexy. I'm a pole dancer and a pole dance instructor. And in the pole world, every time a class has the word sexy involved in it, it always requires heels. And I personally do not believe that you need heels to be sexy. If you look at the carnival dancers in Trinidad and during carnival, they don't have heels on. They look beautiful and sexy as hell, but they have on flat shoes because it is not comfortable, nor is it good for your health and your body and your long-term longevity of your body to be dancing around in heels. I already knew that heels puts a lot of stress on your knees and damages your knees over time. And as a trainer, I have seen lots of women with knee problems. Knee problems can be common with men too, but super common in women, especially as women age. And all the women I knew, all the older women in my family who wore heels a lot in the 60s, as they aged, their knees hurt, they had a lot of issues and pain. And so for me, ever since I was 18 years old, I was always thinking about the long term. Like, it's easy to abuse your body when you're young. You run your body into the ground and you don't notice it, but that shit shows up when you're 40 and 50 and 60 years old. And so people will think, oh, my knees hurt, my back hurts because I'm getting old. It's not because they're getting old. It's from years of abusing the body, years of not building the body up properly, and years of doing things that are destructing and breaking down the body. That's what that's from. It's not some inevitable thing that when you turn 50 or 60, your body has to fall apart. That's not it, okay? Now, working out with heels, it is very damaging to your knees. You're not meant, just walking around in heels, you're not meant to be balancing all of your weight on the balls of your feet. And women kill me when they say they can run in heels. I'm like, you cannot run in heels like you could run with sneakers on or your feet flat on the ground. When women say they can walk better in heels, I've heard that one too, which is biomechanically not possible. There's no way that you can walk more efficiently on the balls of your feet than you can with your feet flat on the ground when you have the whole surface area of your foot to push off. There's no biomechanical way. That's like telling me you can fly, okay? Let's be real. So women lie to themselves a lot, and several studies have shown that, especially dealing with women and sexuality, women lie a lot about what it is they really want, what they say they want. And so I believe that when it comes to heels, women are lying to themselves too. Any woman who says that heels are comfortable and I can walk better in heels than I can on flat shoes, you're delusional, because it's not possible. Now, you're putting all this stress in the balls of your feet. That stress goes onto your knees. Over time, can destruct the knees, jack up your hips and your back. But also, over like the past couple years, I've been studying with a woman in California named Pankazani from her company is called Indigimama, and you probably heard me speak about her before. And I've been studying a lot with her about womb placement and the womb moving out of place. And one thing that she points out is that wearing heels can cause your uterus and your womb to shift out of place. And this is very important for a whole myriad of health reasons that I also talk about in other videos that you can check out. I won't get into that today. But it is important that you keep your womb and your uterus centered. You don't want to do things that's going to cause it to shift out of place. So, and it makes sense, because what affects your feet affects your knees, and what affects your knees affects your hips, and it works its way up. Also, in working with her, I've seen that misplaced uteruses also cause a lot of pain, a lot of back pain. And that was something I hadn't thought of before when it comes to back pain. But some reasons that women have back pain is because the uterus is out of place. So you don't want to do things that's going to cause that. You want to think about the long term. Now, it's bad enough to walk around in heels, but to be a performer, a showgirl, or a showboy like